Hello? Oh, hello, Mom. What are you doing calling me at this time? Has something happened?
Sarah, can you come to the hospital to meet me, please?
The hospital? What are you doing there? What's the matter?
Well, I was walking down the apartment stairs and my foot slipped and I fell head over heels down the stairs. A neighbor called an ambulance and I'm at the hospital now.
What? Are you okay? I'll be right there.
I'm afraid that you've broken your leg. As it's quite a bad break and taking into account your age, you're gonna need surgery to fix it.
Can it be fixed? Will Mom be able to walk well again after the surgery?
She should be able to, yes, but she'll need physiotherapy for some time after. There's no quick fix in cases like this. Right, let me find the earliest date that I can fit you in for the surgery.
Okay, thanks, Doctor.
I don't know how I got myself into this mess. I really don't. I guess the stairs were slippery from all the snow that we've had lately. It's made everywhere so slippery. From the elevator floor to the stairs. It really is dangerous. Nothing can be done about it, I guess.
Yeah, even the roads are slippery now. The snow was pretty at first, but when it melts and freezes again, it just makes a horrible, slippery mess. Mom, I know you say that you only live on the second floor, but please use the elevator. I've told you this before, haven't I? Your joints aren't good anyway, and the stairs don't help. Why did you go down the stairs? You must have known that they'd be slippery in this weather.
I was just trying to get some exercise, you know? Someone told me the other day that taking the stairs is a really good form of exercise. Oh dear, I was trying to do good by my body and get some exercise and ended up in hospital with a broken leg and I guess an expensive medical bill to boot. We've got a lot going on these days, so money seems to be going out just as fast as it's coming in. The hospital bill will be expensive, right? Especially seeing as I have to have surgery and stay in as well. This being a college hospital won't help either.
The doctor says if you get the surgery, you'll be okay. That's the most important thing, isn't it? Don't worry about the hospital bill, Mom. Just focus on getting better and getting back home, okay?
How can you say that, knowing full well how little money we have at the moment?
I'm sure we can work something out between us all. Don't worry about it. I thought we'd be able to afford it with the money Hannah has put in and the money I have made through my part-time job, but we're still about $500 short. The doctor says that Mom has to have this surgery to fix her leg. I wonder if Lee will be able to help with the rest. I'd better phone him a second and ask.
Hello?
Hi, Lee. It's me. Are you busy? What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm at work, of course. What's the problem?
Well, I'm at the hospital with Mom. She slipped and fell down the stairs and the doctor said she's broken her leg. They said that she'll need surgery to fix it. With the money Hannah has sent and the money I've earned through my part-time job, we've nearly got enough, but we're about $500 short. I was just wondering if you'd be able to help us out, that's all.
$500? How can you suddenly ask me for such a big chunk of money? I don't have money for that. Anyway, why have you been taking your living expenses from me when you have money saved up anyway? I can't believe you sometimes.
No, that was expenses for the family. I wasn't taking anything from you. You don't give me anything other than money for those basic expenses, which is why I was working part-time. Lily has her sports to go to and all.
Anyway, all this time that you've been whining that you don't have any money when you actually had some, haven't you? Why do you suddenly want another $500 from me? I don't have it. You'll just have to sort something out yourself.
How can someone with a full-time job like you not even have $500? That's ridiculous. It's not really even that much.
Well, if you don't think it's that much, you can find it some other way yourself, can't you? You can work a few more hours at your job or something. Anyway, how can your mom not even have $500 spare at her age? That is a joke. Last time we went to see her, it looked like she'd bought new clothes. If she saved a bit more, this wouldn't have been a problem, would it? You and your mom are both the same. You spend way too much money.
How dare you talk to me like that? And what do you mean I spend too much? Do you realize how much I have had to tighten my belt these last few years to be able to get by on that measly excuse for living expenses that you still reluctantly send me? How can I possibly even have the money to spend too much? Have you ever given me enough money to see whether I spend too much or not?
If you want to spend money like that, do it with your own money and not mine. Why are you going on at me about it? People have started looking after their own money these days, rather than using joint accounts and things like that. I'd really love it if you do the same and stop spending my hard-earned cash. Please. Also, why should I have to pay for your mom's surgery? This is your mom's business and should stop at you. It has nothing to do with me whether or not she can pay her hospital bills. She should have thought about it before and kept some money aside or something, shouldn't she? Especially at her age.
So what you're saying is that the problem is with my mom, not yours, so you can't help, right?
Right, I don't have any money anyway. What, with the interest from our housing loan, living expenses, utility bills, that all goes out before we even do or spend anything. I'm so different from you, just lazing around at home doing a part-time job when you can't be bothered.
Fine. I'm pathetic for phoning you about this, aren't I? It was a waste of time. I don't know why I bothered trying. I've had enough. Bye.
Find some other loser stupid enough to help you out. I'm gonna get back to work. Make sure you don't distract me again. Understood?
Fine. Bye. Even though I know he always hates spending money on my side of the family, I don't understand how he could be like that. Mom's in hospital with a broken leg, and he didn't even ask how she is. He just started by saying that he wouldn't be able to give us the money. Mom's hurt, and all he can go on about is her spending too much. How can he even say something like that at a time like this? Well, I guess since we got married, he hasn't spent a dime on my family unless he really had to. I don't know what I was expecting by phoning him, really. Of course he wouldn't help my mom out. Why have you brought us to someone else's wedding for Mom's birthday meal? Do you even know these people?
Oh, it's fine. Someone at work is getting married and they invited me. Seeing as it clashed with Mom's birthday meal, I thought we could just come here and eat. I've given them a present, it's fine. We can just go through and eat at the buffet here. Let's go and eat.
What? So we're having Mom's birthday party at your coworker's wedding?
Why does it matter? I was invited and I got them a present after all. Mom, I was told that the food here is really good, so I decided to bring you with me to my coworker's hotel wedding. We don't have to go to the wedding, we can just eat. It's a buffet, so you can eat whatever you want. I hope it's as good as I was told. What do you think? I'm a great son-in-law, right? Who would even think of doing something like this for their mother-in-law's birthday? Wasn't it a great idea?
Well, it seems a bit strange to crash someone's wedding to have lunch, especially as I've never even met them, and we haven't even been to the ceremony. What did you give them as a wedding present anyway? It must have been pretty good to warrant 3 of us eating here.
I just got them a toaster.
We can't all eat here for that. This must be a really expensive meal.
It's fine, Mom, don't worry about it. They should be grateful that we came and that they got any present at all. There were probably people who came for the ceremony but don't have enough time to stay and eat, so it all evens itself out in the end. We're only eating the food that's being prepared for everyone as well. It's not like everyone pays for a separate meal or anything. Let's eat.
I really don't believe you, you know? I always think that you can't stoop any lower, but this really takes the biscuit. We went to a steak restaurant for your mom's birthday, didn't we? How can you literally smuggle us into someone else's wedding for my mom's birthday meal?
steak, a buffet, it's all the same really, isn't it? You should be grateful that I'm doing anything for her birthday at all, you know? I could have just not done anything.
What? You nagged me so much to make a birthday lunch for your mom, even though we were going to meet her to take her out in the evening too. How can you even think of not doing anything at all for my mom?
Son-in-laws and daughter-in-laws are totally different.
Stop fighting, you two. You're acting like a pair of kids. On my birthday, too. Let's eat quickly and leave.
That sounds good. See? Your mom and I see eye to eye on this, even if you don't. It's only strange to you. Oh, come on, let's go get some food. Enjoy your lunch, Mom.
That's right. He was like that then as well, gatecrashing a coworker's wedding so that he wouldn't have to pay for Mom's birthday meal. Since then, he's been the same on my father's anniversary and at Hannah's wedding too. He's always trying his best to spend as little as he possibly can on my family. But I didn't think that he'd take it this far. My mom's in hospital with a broken leg and she needs surgery to fix it, but he doesn't even care. Not helping towards his mother-in-law's hospital bill was bad enough, but he didn't even think to ask how she was. I really can't believe him sometimes. He's just too much. I can't seem to find a short-term part-time job where I can start straight away. I really don't know what else I can do. The hospital wants us to pay the bill by the end of this week as well. Maybe I could ask Jenny if she could help us or something. I really can't think of anyone else at this point. I haven't even spoken to her for ages, though. It seems a bit rude to just suddenly phone her now that I want something from her. I'm sure she'll understand, though. Needs must and all that. Well, here goes nothing. Hello. Hi, Jenny. It's me, Sarah. How's it going? I'm good, thanks. How about you? Why haven't you called me for so long? Sorry, I've been so busy lately I haven't even had time to think. Jenny, there's something I wanted to ask you. I'm really sorry to do this, but I didn't know who else to turn to. I'm even more sorry to phone you about this after not even calling you for so long. What's the matter? You don't need to feel sorry like that. We're friends, after all. Has something happened? The thing is, my mom fell down the stairs and has broken her leg. She needs surgery to fix it, but we're about $500 short, you see. I've tried to find a part-time job or something that I could do to make the difference up, but I don't seem to be able to find anything, and I should probably stay here and look after Mom for the next few weeks at least anyway. I'm already doing a part-time job already, as you know, and I can't find anything that'll fit into my schedule. I was wondering, if you had enough spare, would I be able to borrow the $500 from you, please? I'll pay you back, I promise. Oh no, is your mom okay? She slipped on the stairs and went head over heels, apparently. We've had so much snow recently that the roads, floors, everything's so slippery, isn't it? Oh, I see. That must have been quite a shock. I nearly fell down the apartment stairs not long ago myself. If young people like us can slip and fall that easily, someone of your mom's age has no chance, do they? You said you needed $500, right? I'll send it to you right away. Really? You'd do that? Right away? $500 isn't really that much in the grand scheme of things, and people who have been friends as long as we have should be able to help each other out like this. It must be really hard for your mom, for you too. Looking after her when she can't walk is not going to be easy. We'll be fine. Thank you so much, Jenny. I really didn't know what I was going to do. I'll make sure to pay you back as soon as I can. To be honest, I asked Lee first, but he just said that he didn't have any money and cut me off without a bit of concern or worry about how my mom is doing even. I knew that he was tight, of course I did, but I never ever dreamt that he'd stoop this low. You said this before, didn't you? That not spending money when dating didn't look very good, but it could actually be a bonus when you're actually married? I thought that might be the case too, But since we've been married, he just hasn't spent any money on my family at all. He just tries to get out of spending money on them at every turn, while spending willy-nilly on his own family.
I can't believe he's even like that when your mom is in hospital needing surgery, though. That really is too much. He definitely has overstepped the mark this time.
So you agree then? It's not just me being sensitive or something. If it was anything else, I wouldn't have minded that much. But I was asking for help with Mom's hospital bill of all things. Him just saying that he had no money without even thinking about how he could help has really made me wonder whether I should stay with him or not. I really don't know lately. It's a really big problem.
Hang in there. Well, I guess him saving like that did allow you to get an apartment in the city.
What's the good in that? We're just living in a pile of debt. He says he doesn't even have $500 that I can use, so I'm shamelessly sponging off you, aren't I? Anyway, I'm really sorry for phoning you and immediately asking for money like that, and thank you so much for helping me out. I'll pay you back as soon as I can, I promise.
Don't rush, it's fine. Pay me back when you can afford to. It really isn't a big deal. What are friends for? I hope your mom's surgery goes well and she gets better really soon.
Thank you so much, Jenny. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye. See, even my friend asks about Mom and says that she hopes she'll get well soon. My husband didn't even bother to ask. How can he be like this when she's his wife's mother? I don't understand him at all. Even if he didn't have the money to spare, he could have at least shown some concern or something.
Hello? Your TV has arrived. Can you open the door, please?
TV? Why has a TV suddenly arrived at our house? We don't need one. Hello? Are you sure that you've got the right address?
The name I have here is Lee. Is that right? Where would you like me to put it? I'm really busy, you see. I have to hurry up and get it set up and then go to my next job. Sorry to rush you like this.
That is my husband's name, but I haven't heard anything about a TV coming. Well, could you just put it down here by the door for me then? Don't bother setting it up because, to be honest, I'm not even sure why it's here.
No, would that be okay?
Yes, that'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. I wonder what this TV's doing here. The box is huge. It must be a really big TV. I guess I'd better call Lee again to see if he knows anything about it. Hello, Lee?
Why do you keep calling me today? I told you I'm busy. And no, I still don't have $500 that you can have. I told you to find it yourself, didn't I?
I didn't ask you for any. It's all sorted. Can you just listen for once? A man's just brought a TV to her house. I didn't know anything about it, so I just told him to put it down by the door. You didn't tell me that you bought a TV.
Oh, that went to our house, did it? Oh, so it did. I forgot to change the address. It's Mom's. Mom said that her eyes have got really bad, so she can't really see the tiny TV that they have at the moment. So, I got her a new one. It is gonna be really difficult to get that redelivered. Did you just send the delivery worker away?
A TV that I knew nothing about just suddenly arrived at the door. What did you expect me to do? Just keep hold of the driver indefinitely?
You should have called me straight away while he was still there, shouldn't you? Call him back and get him to deliver it to Mom's place, okay?
How can I do that? Anyway, I thought you said that you didn't even have $500. You seem to have had enough to buy a huge TV like that for your mom, though. I bet it wasn't cheap either. Looking at the name, it's the latest model, too. This must have cost you at least $3,000, didn't it?
Mom said that she couldn't see her TV very well because of her eyes. What was I supposed to do? Her eyes are already bad, and trying to make out what's going on that little tiny TV of theirs would have just made them 10 times worse. Anyway, call the driver and get him to deliver it to the right place. It's not even that far from our place, is it? I'm busy. Bye.
Hello? Hello? So he has the money to buy a huge TV for his mom, but none to help with my mom's hospital bill? I really don't believe him. The TV must have cost at least 5 times what I asked him for, and he just spent it without any fuss at all? As soon as his mom said something was wrong. Even though he always spends more on his family than he does mine, he's never spent a huge amount like this at once without even talking to me about it first. That's why I was just letting it go. But he's gone too far this time. Is the reason that we don't have any money because he keeps buying stuff like this for his parents? I wonder if he's done it before.
Oh, what are you doing here all of a sudden? Has anything happened?
Oh, I was just wondering if you'd had your new TV set up properly, that's all. I got a message about a few hours ago saying that it had all been done, you see? How is it? Does it work okay? Wow, the picture quality is amazing. I guess you expect that with an expensive TV like this, though. It feels like I've gone to the movies or something.
Lee is such a good son, you know. I only said that my eyes were getting worse and he buys me a huge top-of-the-range TV like this. I'm living the life of luxury thanks to him, I really am. Anyway, did you really come to see if the TV had been set up okay? You don't usually take much interest in what's going on here, so I was a bit surprised, that's all.
Mom, of course I take an interest. That's why we come to visit you once a month and have dinner together, isn't it?
Well, that's the very least you should do. I wouldn't say that it was taking an interest as such.
Oh yes, and while I think of it, did you get your spending money this month, Mom? Lee says he's been so busy at work recently that he can't remember whether he sent it or not, you see? He said that if you hadn't already got it, to give it to you.
Spending money? Oh, so you know that Lee has been giving me spending money every month then. I guess it'd be hard to keep something like that from your wife after all, wouldn't it? Well, I haven't got this month's yet, no.
Right, that's what I thought too. I was a bit worried that you hadn't got it, if I'm honest. How much should I send you, Mom?
Well, Lee's been sending me $1,000 a month, hasn't he? You could have just sent that to me. I don't know why you have to ask again.
Oh, I see. I remember now. It was $1,000. Sorry, I keep getting it confused with other things. I'll send it to you as soon as I get home.
Oh, and do you know when we'll be able to get the money to help with Sam's wedding?
You mean for the furnishings for their new house after they're married, don't you?
Yes. Lee said he thought that he'd be able to give us $5,000 towards it, but I haven't heard any more about it since then. He must be really busy at work. How could he forget about his sister's wedding expenses?
Oh, yes. He said he'd send $5,000, didn't he?
Don't tell me that you had forgotten about it as well. Oh. This is why I said before that you don't take an interest in things concerning this family. This is the sort of thing that the daughter-in-law should be sorting out.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry for not thinking about that, Mom. I'll make sure Lee sorts out the money and sends it to you as soon as he can. Mom, isn't that a new washing machine as well?
Of course. Lee got it for me, didn't he? The old one started vibrating a lot, so it was really noisy, you see. So he bought me a new quiet one. Didn't he tell you about that?
Oh, now that you mention it, I think he did tell me. I must have forgotten. Mom, I think I'd better go now. My mom is in the hospital at the moment, you see.
Oh, is she? What's wrong with her?
She fell down the stairs and broke her leg. So I have to be there to look after her.
Oh, your mom is a problem too, you know. Even though she has really bad joints, she won't just stay at home but has to keep going places. If she keeps going out like this, it just makes it hard for her children. My poor Lee is already so tired after working so hard to try to keep your family afloat, you know. You didn't ask him to help you pay for her hospital bill as well, did you? You have to be careful about things like that, even when you're a married couple, you know.
Of course I didn't, Mom. Don't worry about it. I sorted it out by myself. I'd really better go now. See you again soon.
Oh, okay. Take care. See you soon.
Well, at least I know why we never seem to have any money now, don't I? He's giving it all to his mom without telling me. A new washing machine? A top-of-the-range TV? $1,000 a month? $5,000 for his sister's wedding? This explains why he doesn't even have $500 at least. I can't believe him. I really can't. And I see where he gets not showing any concern for others from as well. When I said that Mom was in hospital, she just went off on one about Mom not being careful and being a burden. She didn't ask how she was or anything either. That family are going to be the death of me. They are. Your mom seems to love the new TV that you sent her. I guess she would. You can tell that it's a really good one just by looking at it. It's huge and the picture is amazing. I felt like I'd gone to the movies.
Well, seeing as I was buying her a new one anyway, I may as well get her a good one that will last.
That's true. Anyway, she was really happy with it. Oh, and she said that you haven't sent her spending money or the expenses for Sam's wedding yet. She wanted to know when you'd be able to get it to her.
Really? How did you know about that? Did my mom ask you about it?
Yes, she did. I am her daughter-in-law after all. Why shouldn't she ask me about things like that? You weren't there to ask, were you? I think I've been neglecting your family a bit. I should take more of an interest so that I know better what's going on there. But I see that you're taking good care of things even without my help, so that makes me feel a bit better about it all.
Pardon? Yeah, I guess you're right. You were busy with your part-time job and everything, so I was taking care of the important things instead of you.
Thank you. Listening to your mom, it sounds like they need the money pretty urgently, so you'd better hurry up and send it to them. Sam's only just started working, so it's unlikely that she'll have any savings. You'd better help her, hadn't you?
Of course, they're family. It's my duty to help them out. I thought that you wouldn't like me helping them out like this. That's why I didn't say anything to you before. I felt a bit bad not telling you, if I'm honest. It's not really a big thing, and I was hiding it from you. You don't feel hurt that I hid it from you, do you?
What is there to feel hurt about? It's not like you've got into debt trying to help them out or anything, is it? You've worked hard to earn that money. If you want to use it to help your family, why would I say anything about it? You have no reason to hide things like that from me. It's fine.
Well, that's true, but still.
You don't need to hide it from me, so don't worry about it. Your mom and sister are no different to my family. To me, anyway.
I didn't realize that you thought about my family. You're always getting mad at me for taking care of my family more than I do yours, aren't you?
I don't really mean that.
Anyway, what happened with your mom's hospital bill in the end?
My friend lent me the last $500 to pay it. Don't worry about it. I can pay her back next month when I get paid for my part-time job.
It's lucky that you could borrow it like that.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, it's your mom's birthday this weekend, isn't it? What shall we do for it?
Well, she's still gonna be in the hospital, so I'll sort something out myself. You must be so busy with work, you don't have to worry about that as well.
How can I just ignore your mom's birthday? Shall I get takeout and bring it to the hospital? What do you think?
Oh, that sounds great. Thanks. He's been thrown off guard now that I found out that he's been buying things for his mom and sending her money every month too. Let's see what happens now. Oh, and now I think about it, it isn't long until your mom's birthday either, is it? I want to do something really special for her this year.
Oh, well, I think that's a great idea. What are you thinking of doing?
I want to do something really fancy for her. It's her last birthday before Sam gets married too, isn't it? Well, can you give me your card then, please? I'll get some things to make her birthday really special for her.
My card?
Yeah, I'll just use it to get her a present. I'll get her food and everything else with mine. That'd be okay, wouldn't it?
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad when you put it like that. Okay, here you are. You can only use it to get my mom a present, though. Nothing else. Understood?
Sure, you've given it to me to buy your mom a present, so of course I'll only use it for that. Mom, how's your leg?
Well, I've only just had the surgery, haven't I? It's sore, but I'm sure it'll slowly start getting better again now.
I'm glad that the surgery went well. Oh, and Mom, here's your birthday present from me. I wanted to take you to a posh restaurant, really, but with your leg like this, I can't this year at least. I'll take you out sometime when you've gone home again and your leg's a lot better.
You don't need to get me a present. Oh, this looks really expensive. That's a department store brand, isn't it?
Well, if you think of all the times we've hardly got you anything, this doesn't even come close, really. Your neck is always cold, isn't it? This scarf is made of cashmere, so it should be really warm. I hope you like it.
You don't need to do this. I've got loads of scarves at home. But thank you for thinking of me. I love it. This is a designer brand as well. You didn't need to spend this much money on me, you know? You must have spent so much already on my hospital bill. If I knew something like this would happen, I'd have gotten better medical insurance. I was only trying to save a few dollars on insurance and ended up losing a lot like this on expensive surgery.
How could you know something like this would happen? It's fine. Stop worrying and take your present. Oh, and Lee said he's going to get takeout and bring it to the hospital tomorrow. He sees it as him doing something for your birthday. He'll probably be boasting about how good a son-in-law he is and all the rest of it, but don't listen. Just let it go in one ear and out the other, okay? When you get out of the hospital, I'll throw you a proper birthday party.
Did you two fight again?
No, we didn't fight as such. I'm just fed up of the way that his family get everything while he tries his hardest not to spend any money on mine, that's all. He's always doing it, and I've had enough now. I'm just telling you this so you won't feel hurt when he brings something rubbish and goes on about how great he is, that's all.
Why would I feel hurt about that? I just want the two of you to live happily together, that's all. That's all a parent ever wants for their child.
You must have got a really good present for my mom for her birthday. It was really expensive.
Mom only likes expensive things like that, doesn't she? She has really expensive taste. I had to spend that much to get something that she'd like. Why, did I spend too much?
No. A son can spend at least that much for his mom's birthday. Did you reserve a table at the restaurant?
Yes. I chose a really good upmarket place, so don't worry about it. Here's your card, thanks.
You're finally acting like a proper daughter-in-law. Mom's gonna be pleased.
I said before, didn't I? I don't think I've been taking enough notice of your family.
This is what I wanted all along, for you to just take a bit more interest in my family. Here's $30. Go get your mom some gloves or something for her birthday. It's her birthday after all, so you should at least get her a present.
Wow, you've given me a lot of money.
You've started looking out for my family like this, so that's the least I can do for your mom. I'll get takeout tomorrow and take it to the hospital. I'll make sure to get something that she likes, so don't worry about it.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Happy birthday, Mom! I've got some burgers and some fries for us to eat, seeing as it's your birthday and all. Hospital food never tastes very good, does it? You must be sick and tired of it by now. I thought you'd like something a little bit different, you see? I did well, didn't I?
Yes, you did really well. I've actually wanted to eat a burger for a while now, and now thanks to you I can. Thank you, Lee.
I'm the only one who understands what you really want, aren't I? What are you doing? Aren't you going to give Mom her present?
Oh, I'm really sorry, Mom. I was so busy at work today that I didn't have time to get you anything. I'll give you something next time I see you, okay? Sorry again.
Why didn't you get anything? You're supposed to give birthday presents on the day, not later.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. When you've had as many birthdays as I have, you don't really care about them anymore. Thank you for the food, Lee.
It's fine, don't mention it. I'll take care of you, even if your own daughter is somehow suddenly too busy to even give you a present. Where's Hannah anyway? I haven't seen her for ages. She should at least come and see you today, on your birthday, shouldn't she? I can't believe that she isn't here, if I'm honest.
She said that she's gonna come tomorrow. Mark's working late tonight, so she can't get here in time.
Well, I understand that work is important, but you've got to take care of your in-laws as well, haven't you? Mom, do you want me to give Mark some tips on how to be a good son-in-law? He seems to be missing every time that there's an event like this.
You know how busy he is at work. It's fine, you can't help being busy. I'm really grateful for you all for rallying around me like this, especially seeing as I can't really do anything for myself at the moment.
Wow! Is Sarah okay? Has she really booked a table at a hotel restaurant for Mom's birthday? Sarah, are you feeling okay? You haven't eaten anything strange? Lee said that she's booked a table here, but I don't really know if I believe it. It doesn't seem like something she'd do, that's all. Sam, I can do things like this too if I want to. Mom, it's really difficult to get a table here, you know? I got one especially for your birthday. I hope you like it.
It looks really good from the outside. You seem to have got yourself together and decided to be a proper daughter-in-law at long last. This is what I wanted all along. You to act a bit more like this.
I have, yes. Lee, you can park just here, I think.
Oh, not at the hotel. This is just a public car park, isn't it?
Oh, I thought the hotel car park would be busy, so it'd be a lot easier to park here. It's right next to the hotel after all.
That's true. I bet it'll be hard to park in the hotel car park. Youngsters these days always seem to be staying in hotels and things like that. They spend money like water, they do. See, look at all the people going into the hotel. Parking will be a nightmare in there, so you'd better just do what Sarah told you to.
Sure, I'll park in the public car park then.
Sarah, where are you going? The hotel entrance is over there. That's a burger bar. Yeah, this is the right place. Mom, come on in. They don't usually do reservations in here, but they made an exception when I explained my circumstances, so it was really hard to reserve the table.
What? We're gonna eat at a burger bar? What are you talking about? You said that we were going to the hotel restaurant.
Well, this is the restaurant next to the hotel, and lots of people from the hotel come here for takeout burgers, so I guess it kind of is the hotel restaurant. Mom likes burgers, doesn't she? So I reserved a table here especially for her. Come on in, I've already ordered.
What? You want me to spend my birthday in a tiny little burger bar like this? Have you lost your mind?
I booked it thinking about you and what you liked. Why are you being like that? You should be grateful that I thought about what you like to eat. Come in. The burgers here are really delicious.
I thought something strange was going on. I really can't believe you, Sarah. Mom, let's go in. Everyone's staring at us.
Sit down here. This is our table. Look, here's our food. I ordered a burger each and some different sides for us to share. I hope you all enjoy your food. Oh, and happy birthday, Mom.
What on earth do you think you're doing, Sarah? Do you think that this is some kind of joke? It is not funny. How dare you reserve a table at this kind of place for my mom's birthday? What were you thinking? You told me not to worry and just trust that you would reserve somewhere good, and you do this?
He's right, Sarah. What were you thinking? Not even kids have their birthday parties in this kind of place anymore. You really have done it this time.
I thought eating something you liked on your birthday was the most important thing. That's what you told me last week anyway. That's why Lee bought my mom takeout burgers for her birthday, you see? I just wanted to do the same for you, Mom, that's all.
Really? He got takeout burgers for your mom's birthday? Even when she's in hospital at the moment? Lee, is that true?
Well, I didn't know what else I could take to the hospital with me. She seemed pleased with them. I don't see what the problem is.
Enough! Let's just hurry up, eat, and get out of here!
I hope you like it, Mom. I'm getting this especially for you on your birthday. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. Here's the present that Lee got you.
Yes, Sarah said she walked around and around the department store trying to find this present for you. I hope you like it. Why don't you open it?
Oh, so you took us here for lunch because you spent all of your money on this present, did you? I did wonder. I guess food disappears when you eat it, but expensive things like this present last a long time. I'd better open it now.
The present is pretty big. I wonder what it is. I think I'm even more excited than Mom.
Oh, and here's your wedding present, Sam.
Wow! Do I get a present too? When did you do all of this? So this is why we're eating in a place like this then? Sarah, if you didn't have enough money, you should have just said. I'd have booked us a proper place for a birthday dinner instead.
It's fine. I wanted to do it all. This time is the last, after all, isn't it?
What on earth is this? How am I supposed to wear children's gloves like these?
Oh, mine is the same too. The character is just slightly different. Sarah, what are these? Aren't these kids' gloves with a popular character on?
They make adult sizes now too, you know. They were really popular when I was in the shop looking at them. It's winter, isn't it? It's cold, so I got you both some new gloves. I thought you might like if you both had the same gloves. It'll look cute when you two go out together. That's why I bought them. I've put the receipt in there as well, just in case you don't like the color or they don't fit. You can change them then.
They're $15 each? Are you having a laugh? Who on earth would think to buy their mother and sister-in-law presents like this?
What have you done? You spent $1,000 on my card? What did you buy with all that money then, hey?
I used that to buy a birthday present for my mom, of course. Then I used the measly $30 you gave me to buy my mom a present to get these for your mom and sister.
How dare you use my card to get your mom a present when I'd given it to you to get one for my mom?
You've been spending all of our money on your family without telling me for months now, haven't you? Years even, maybe. What's the difference? If I work out how much you spent on my mom's lousy food and present, it doesn't even come to $50. On the other hand, on your mom's birthday, you always get enough food to pretty much break the dining room table, don't you? The food alone comes to 3 or 4 times that for a start. I spent that money on my mom because I worked out that was a fair amount, going by how much you spent on your mom, you see? I've worked it all out and it's all fair now, so that's the end of it.
What? What do you mean that's the end of it? The end of what? And who works things out like that anyway?
If you're still upset about it, you can take it up with the courts. We'll be going there anyway, so you may as well ask the judge while we're there.
Why would I be going to court? What do you mean?
You haven't guessed yet? I said before that this is the last present, didn't I? Oh, sorry. I said that it was the last time we were all going to have dinner together. I forgot to give you your present. Here you are, your last present from me.
What's this? What? Divorce papers?
That's right. Let's get a divorce. I can't stand to live with someone who's only generous to his own family any longer. I'm sick of my mom getting treated like dirt by you.
What do you think you're doing? You want to divorce my son? Someone like you, honestly.
Sarah, it's Mom's birthday. Do you really have to do this now? If you've been fighting, you should have made up before you got here, or kept on fighting alone, just the two of you. Why did you have to bring us into it like this? How can you do this now? Here, everyone's staring at us.
Well, when you get married, you do it in a place where everyone's watching you. Who says you can't divorce in the same way? When I was researching divorce, I found that spending our money without telling me like you have been doing is also a valid reason for divorce, you see.
I made that money. How is it our money?
Because we're married, that's why. We've been married for over 5 years too, haven't we? I've done the housework and worked a part-time job as well. That means that the money you've earned is mine as well. It's our money, not yours. It works the same the other way around too, of course. Anyway, I'm done. Let's sort this all out in court. Enjoy your burgers. I've paid for it all, so you can just leave when you're finished. Bye!
You're just gonna leave like that? Have you lost your mind? Why are you acting like this towards me? What have I done to make you act like this?
You've done nothing wrong. I was just acting towards your family how you've always acted towards mine. A kind of payback, if you will. When Hannah got married, you didn't want to spend money on a proper present, so you gave her a mug. When we had a picnic with my family, you didn't want to spend money on fruit, so you bought tinned peaches. We don't need to mention my mom's birthday because you already know. So I've just done the same to your mom and your sister, that's all.
How are those things the same?
How are they not the same? Anyway, let me know when you filled out the documents.
Hey, wait, where do you think you're going?
What do you mean you can't help with the expenses for Sam's wedding? And why are you only giving me half the spending money you used to give me?
I told you before, Mom, didn't I? I have to pay Sarah alimony, so I don't have any spare money anymore. She documented everything that she thought I did wrong to her family, and she also documented all the things that I gave you without telling her. It turns out that all of that means that I have to give her alimony. I couldn't get out of it.
What's wrong with a son wanting to help out his family and buying them things that they need? I really don't understand what the problem is.
The problem is that I did all of that for you without telling her what I was doing, while trying as hard as I could not to spend any money on her family. I even said that I couldn't help her mom while she was in the hospital, and that I didn't have enough money to pay her hospital bill. Your expensive TV arriving at our house by mistake on the same day really made me look bad as well. Apparently, that's in some way insulting your partner. I didn't understand it exactly, if I'm honest. In the lawyer's words, that put me at a disadvantage. You see, once we've divided our assets and I've given her her alimony, there's gonna be nothing left. That's why I can't help with Sam's wedding expenses. Mom, as I can't give you money all the time anymore, I think it'd be better if you looked for something so that you could make at least a little money of your own.
What? You mean you don't even have any money to look after your family anymore? You want me to work at my age? What's the point in having children if they do nothing for you and you have to work right up until the end?
You've got a lot from me over the last few years anyway, haven't you, Mom? I don't have anything left to give you. That's what I'm saying. I have to look after myself now, so let's try to find our own way from now on.
Surprise! How about here? Do you like it?
Wow, what is all this? It's so pretty. Is this the house you got us?
Yes, it is. You said you wanted to live in a house instead of an apartment, didn't you? I think apartments are dangerous for you with your joints being bad and all. You still need time for your leg to get better properly as well, so I got a bungalow for us. There's a park near here which will be great to walk in, and the hospital's close by too. There's even a little garden for you to potter around in when the weather and your leg gets better. Let's live here together.
This house looks really expensive. Are you sure it's okay?
It's not too bad. I have the money from the division of assets and the alimony as well. I can afford it. I quit the part-time job I'd been doing, so I got some money from there too. The owner there was really nice, so he made sure I had enough to last me in my last pay packet. When I put all of that together, I had enough to get a place like this. You like it, don't you? I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it.
Of course I like it. I love it. It's perfect. I'm just worried about you spending so much money at once like this, that's all. Opening your shop must have been expensive as well. Are you sure you aren't spending too much?
It's fine. I told you before. To be honest, Hannah helped me out quite a bit too. She did good in marrying Mark, you know? I was decorating the shop myself to save a bit of money, and he came to help me. He said that if I did it all by myself, I'd end up putting my back out or something. He's really kind and considerate.
He's very careful too. I'm really sorry that you're always having to help me out like this. I'm your mom. It should be the other way around. I feel too ashamed to look at you sometimes.
What are you talking about? You have nothing to be ashamed of. Bringing me up is plenty payment enough for anything. I'll always be really grateful to you, Mom. Mom, let's live here together happily for a long, long time to come.
That sounds amazing, Sarah. You're such a great daughter, you know?
Sarah, look at this. I think I found the person that's been stealing food from us.
Oh, really? Have you? You said you were going to check the CCTV last night. Could you really see who it was?
It looks like it was this woman here. I think she's been coming in here at least once a week and stealing food from us. I found her doing the same before as well. Look at this.
Oh, yes. It does look like it was her, doesn't it? Oh, I think I recognize her from somewhere.
Is it someone that you know, Sarah?
Well, yes. It's someone I used to know anyway. I guess she couldn't find any other way to make money, so she started stealing. She can't use her money cow anymore, you see. I never thought I'd see her stoop this low, though.
What do you want me to do next? Shall I report her to the police?
No, it's okay. I have a better way to stop her than that. Thanks, I'll give you a bit extra for all the time and effort that you've put into this for me.
It's fine, don't worry about it. It's me that should be thanking you. You are so good to me, letting me work around all of my commitments and everything. You don't have to give me anything.
People should get paid as much as they work. You worked more, so it's only fair that you get paid more this month. You really have helped me out a lot here. Thank you so much.
My good-for-nothing son! I don't even have any money for food now. I told him and he just hung up straight away. What a jerk! How could he do this to his mom? It wouldn't kill him to send me at least enough money for me to buy food. He used to send me money all the time when he was married, but now that he's got divorced, he must have even more work to do. So why has he stopped sending me my spending money? There are still lots of people waiting at that deli store over there. Last time I tried it, the dishes tasted really good as well.
Hello, how can I help you?
It's okay. I'm just gonna have a look around a second. I'll let you know if I need any help. It's very busy here today, isn't it? Oh, they have some new meats and some new salads, too. It seems like there's nothing that they don't sell here. I only have enough for one pack. I wonder what I should get. There are lots of people here again. I wonder if they'll notice if I take a couple of packs like I did last time. Hello, can I get one of these salads, please?
Sure, that's $4, please, thank you.
See, I knew they wouldn't catch me.
Excuse me, where are you going? You have to pay for the other dishes that you've got in your coat as well.
What are you?
We've got you on CCTV putting 2 dishes inside your coat, you see. We seem to be losing a lot of our profits to thieving recently, so unfortunately for you, I've been watching everything you were doing. We've caught our thief in the end, though. I'm really surprised that the thief was someone that I know. It's really strange how these things happen, and how people meet again sometimes, isn't it?
What are you doing here anyway? Why are you watching the CCTV in this store? Do you work here?
Well, I guess I must do, or I would have no place going into the back room and watching the CCTV, now would I?
Your mouth is getting ahead of you again. You're just a lowly part-time worker. Who are you to talk to me like this? I know the owner, you know. You'd better be quiet if you want to keep your job. The owner told me that I could just take a dish or two home with me every now and again. So that's what I was doing. So leave me alone.
Oh, really? Well, I don't think she did, because I'm the owner.
What did you say? You're the owner of this store. How on earth did you have enough money to open a store?
That doesn't matter. What matters is, as I, the owner, didn't tell you that you could take those dishes, and you didn't pay for them, so you were trying to steal them, weren't you? Shall I call the police now?
Wait a minute, please. Let me explain. I took them because I'm so hungry. You know that cheap food doesn't agree with me, don't you? Well, I'm not getting any spending money from Lee anymore, so I had no choice but to steal. So let me off, please. Just this once. How about it?
What's going on in your household makes no difference to me. Why do I need to know about that? I'm going to call the police now.
Mom, what on earth has happened? I got a call saying that you've been arrested. And you, what are you doing here?
I just stole a couple of dishes from the deli. They weren't even worth much, you know? And that cow over there called the police and caused all this chaos.
What? You've just got caught stealing something right now? And you, what are you doing here?
Well, the dishes that you stole were mine. She stole them from my deli, you see. If they weren't worth much anyway, you should have paid for them, not stole them, shouldn't you? That doesn't even make sense.
It'll be fine, Mom. If they aren't worth much, then even if you get fined, it won't be that much. If we don't come to an agreement and this goes to court, you're the one that'll lose out, you know? I'll send you the money for the dishes she took, so let's just try to come to an agreement about what's gonna happen next, okay?
Oh, do you really think that I'll lose out? I have CCTV evidence of your mom coming to my store and stealing dishes at least once a week for the last couple of months, you see. At first, I didn't realize that it was your mom, you see. I thought it was some poor woman who couldn't afford to eat, so I just let it go a few times. But it wasn't. It was your mom. Why does a mother with a son as good as you have to go to other people's stores causing trouble like this? I can't just let this go, I'm afraid. That's why I decided to wait for her to come again and to catch her in the act. After listening to what the police officer said, habitual theft has quite a high fine and is on the brink of jail time.
What? Mom, you tell her. You haven't been stealing from her store like that, have you?
Well, I just did it a few times when my money had run out and I didn't have any other choice, that's all. It won't even add up to much. If you'd send me some spending money so that I could afford to pay for the dishes, this wouldn't have happened, would it? Do you think I would have stolen things if I didn't have to?
Even if you could afford it, you shouldn't steal things that belong to someone else, should you? You've really lost your mind. Stealing! My own mom, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I really can't.
I've added up the price of all the dishes your mom stole from my store, and it adds up to $1,000. There is also the stress and worry that her stealing every week for that amount of time caused me and my employee. So I think $10,000 just about covers it. If you give me $10,000, I'll make this whole thing go away for you.
What? $10,000? Are you crazy? How did you get $10,000 when the dishes only came to $1,000?
Well, you'd better get ready to watch your mom be put in jail then, hadn't you?
Wait, just come over here a second, would you?
What is it? Why can't we just talk where we are now? Do you have a secret that you don't want your mom to know about? Is that it? It wouldn't surprise me if I'm honest.
The truth is, I got made redundant from work. That's why I don't have any money at the moment. How am I gonna afford $10,000? I can barely afford the $1,000 to pay for the dishes that my mom has stolen. Can't you just let us off this once? We were family after all, weren't we? Just think of it as a hungry woman with not enough money to pay for her food and let it go for me. I really am in a bad situation at the moment, you know?
Oh, really? You were so proud when you were working a proper job and I just had my part-time job. You were always boasting about how much better you were than me. What are you going to do now that you can't even boast about your job? Anyway, no matter how hard things are for you, this isn't right. You'd better try whatever you can to get the money for me. We aren't family anymore, so I have no reason to let this go, do I? It's your mom after all. You should take care of your mom, not me. That's what you told me before when I needed $500 for my mom's hospital bill. You said she was my mom, not yours, so she was my problem.
I really don't have the money. Please, I'm begging you, just let it go. Just this once. Don't send my mom to jail.
If it was anyone else in the world, I'd think about it. But it's you. I'm not going to let you off. When you wouldn't help my mom, at least it was a small amount that I could borrow from a friend. If I needed a bigger amount, like you do now, my mom wouldn't have been able to have her surgery and would have been left with a broken leg. Even thinking about what could have happened gives me the shivers. Now it's your turn. If you give me $10,000, I'll keep your mom from going to jail at her age. You aren't thinking of not paying me, are you? I'll be waiting for your call.
I've told you I have no money. I don't even have a job. How am I going to get $10,000? Just let us off, please. I'm begging you.
After that, my ex-husband sent me the $10,000 to keep his mom out of jail. I think he might have borrowed it from a private loan company, if I'm honest. It must have been really hard for him to get that money because he was still begging me to change my mind. Thanks to that money, my ex-mother-in-law was spared a jail sentence and was let out safe and sound. Everything then went back to normal again, and I continued to work hard at my deli. Last week, my ex-mother-in-law appeared at my deli again. She said that she still wasn't getting any money for her expenses, and she got fired from the part-time job that she had washing dishes, so she didn't have enough money to live. She wanted me to give her some money to at least help her with her rent. I told her she should go and ask her amazing son if she needs help, and threw her out of the store. She stood outside the deli for ages. Then it looked like she was trying to call someone. I'm guessing it was my ex-husband. Even though she tried several times, it seemed like no one was picking up. She was starting to look desperate that she couldn't get hold of him. It seems really funny to me that someone who spent so much money on his family no longer even cared that his mom didn't even have enough money to eat. Even if you are pretending to be a good son, you should do it within your means. If you do too much, you might end up not being able to fulfill even your basic duties as a child, mightn't you? Anyway, I'm gradually getting more and more customers at my deli. I now have a lot of regulars and even a growing number of customers that come from a long way away to shop at my store. I've already managed to pay my sister back the money she lent me to set up my deli with the money that I have earned from it. I paid back my friend with interest, and I'm also able to give my mom spending money every month on top of all of that. These days, when I finish work, I go home and have dinner while chatting to Mom. My life is really peaceful and great. I think that the best way to be a good daughter is to be comfortable around each other and truthful. Isn't that what real love feels like too? I'm going to work hard to become a daughter and sister that my mom and sister can be proud of. Thanks for listening to my story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.